Hello, this is Edith with Sozo Consulting, and if you are dealing with inflammation of any kind, whether it be in your joints or any other areas in your body, then this soup will be good for you. I call it my healing bean soup, and we are going to start the recipe as follows. I have my tomatoes and my garlic, and that is a whole clove of garlic that's going to go in there. Next, I minced up my garlic and I have it in a pot with about 2 teaspoons of avocado oil. Actually, make that tablespoons of avocado oil. And I use avocado oil because it is not only good for you, but it's great to cook with. I know a lot of people say use olive oil, but olive oil only can withstand heat temperatures like 125 degrees or thereabout. So once it gets higher than that, it starts turning rancid. So you really want to use olive oil when you're not cooking with heat, like on salads or whatnot. And then here I have avocado oil, which has 500 plus burn rate. So mixing that in, and we're gonna brown our garlic for a few moments, and then we'll go with our next addition. All right, it's smelling great in here. Got that garlic going, and now we're gonna add in a little bit of our stock. So for my vegetarians, you can use vegetable stock. Now, if you like to have meat, you can use chicken stock. You also have the option of making your own from whatever vegetables or chicken or meat or whatever it is, and make your own stock as well, and then use that as your base. Next, I am going to add in my vegetable soup mix. It says carrots, potatoes, super sweet corn, green beans, green peas, baby lima beans, okra, celery, and onions. I happen to get this from Kroger, but you can add in anything that you like. I prefer, fresh vegetables, but I just haven't had a chance to go to the store, and I had this in the freezer, and these work pretty good as well. So we're getting ready to add our vegetables now. And we diced up those tomatoes, so we're gonna add those as well. If you don't like tomato-based soup, you definitely do not have to add this. I've had this soup with and without, and it tastes great either way. So now we're gonna add this into the soup. Next, I added in 2 cans of northern beans. I prefer northern beans for this recipe just because of the flavor and the texture, but you can use any kind of bean that you prefer as well. I'm sure kidney beans probably could work in here too. So I do say that if you have the opportunity to use the dry beans where you can soak them and use those versus the canned beans, I say I would prefer that, but this is what I had at the time on me, and it's a quick and easy alternative. So now I'm gonna stir it really good, get everything mixed in, and I am going to add now the rest of my broth so that I can get my soup to the volume that I would like for it to be. And as it cooks, so if you were to have dry beans, you definitely would have to have at least 1 to 2 more of your chicken broths or vegetable broths or beef broths or whatever kind of broth you use on hand, because the bean would definitely soak up more moisture. But since I'm using the canned beans, I still need to have a little bit on hand just because it does soak up a little bit of the broth, but not so much. So you will need to add a little bit more as the soup cooks. So here we are with the broth. All right, guys, we're gonna start with our seasonings. First, we're gonna add a big old tablespoon of turmeric into our pot. Next, we added a half a tablespoon of ginger, and then a teaspoon of cracked black pepper. Looking good, looking good, looking good. The turmeric and ginger together can be a little strong, so to balance out those flavors, we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of the coconut aminos. It has a little sweetness to it, so to balance out those flavors. And then lastly, I like a little bit of heat, so red pepper flakes are my friend. So I add a few of those in. That can help kickstart that metabolism for us guys that are on that weight loss journey as well. So we are gonna cover and let this simmer about 15 to 20 minutes and then come back and enjoy. All right, everyone, here's the finished product. Hopefully it is something that you like, and if you decide you want to try it, reach out, tag below, let us know how it makes you feel, because the most importantly, we want to get that inflammation out of you. New year, new you. This is Edith with Sozo Consulting. Be blessed, be empowered, guys.